And we're going. My podcast is Man Cave quarantine episodes.
Yep.
We're making sure that the government doesn't know. Well, I mean, we're so low on the radio. Radio, just everywhere.
We are very low on this totem pole.
They'd be lucky to notice us in Walmart. That's just
The cops have been here, so they might recognize the place.
Oh, yeah. They'd be like, oh, look.
Oh, there's that meth man, that meth dealer that we couldn't find any of his meth in his house. He must not make it very often. Uh-oh.
So Texas...
Then you just point at Glenn and be like, well, he's the one from Keithville. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's true.
Are you going to introduce any of this?
Yeah, I am. So my podcast is Man Cave, episode 30-something.
Man, these are just the quarantine episodes.
Quarantine episode number 1.
Qualantine.
Qualantine over quarantine?
Yeah, we're doing it.
No, that's what Donut calls it. Is he was like, we're in Qualantine? I'm like, we're in Qualantine, buddy.
Well, these should be called the Qualantine episodes.
All right, we'll call it the Qualantine episodes.
This is it's America's podcast.
Yeah. So.
Well, actually, you know what it was? I sent you a message. You sent me a message and you said, hey, are we recording? Because, quarantine.
Yeah.
And I was like...
No, because, Glenn. You never know about Glenn. You might have to replace some brakes or... What kind of bullshit excuse did you give me?
I had to replace struts.
Struts, that's what it was.
It wasn't brakes, it was struts. I had to replace the struts on my truck because it was making this noise that made me incredibly nervous, and I already have that.
As weird noises will do in vehicles.
Well, no, like even with my 2016, the Kia, I have that fucking used car mentality where if I hear a noise, I instantly assume it's mine, and then I start crunching numbers. I know. It's just I will ruin my day if a belt squeal happens anywhere near me and a roll down window. It's just gonna be a bad day.
Yeah, but at least you're a car guy and you know how to fix shit yourself.
That's true. It's true. Apparently this weekend, with my mom and dad being bored, I was a yard man, tree guy, weed puller, weed eater associate, ditch digger. God, my parents are driving me up the fucking wall.
Because they're asking you to do things?
No, because they're bored shitless, so now they're finding shit to do that they should have done, I don't know, 10 years ago. And they're like, God, Glenn, you know what? You know what you're really good at doing? Lifting shit. Look at this. I've aged 10 years since this thing. Shut up, Johnny.
Your hairline does seem to be receding a little bit further.
No, it's been this way the entire time.
Has it?
Yeah. I
really
hope that we do this podcast long enough that where it sits on my head, the hair just falls back behind it, and it just looks like it's sitting on, like, my head.
Yeah.
That's it.
You ever thought about shaving your head?
Hell no. I know what my uncle looks like.
Have the head for it?
No, I'd look like fucking Lex Luthor goes to fucking Keithville. It'd be...
Well, chances are by this point, if it hasn't gotten any worse, it's probably not going to.
This from a man with a very serious widow's peak.
Yeah, I know, but it's been that way for 12 years.
Yeah, well, you know what's really funny about me and Tyler is we hang out in similar friend circles and have never met one another.
Yeah, until about a year ago when I started doing comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we know everybody. We know all the same people.
Yeah.
I think we might even be, what is that thing? Whenever you sleep with the same
Eskimo
person.
Brothers?
That's it.
Eskimo Bros.
I guarantee you, because had some hoey days back in the day.
It's entirely possible.
I mean, they didn't scream his name out while they were with me, but there was this one time when it was...
Pretty sure I'm Eskimo Brothers with about half a Shreveport at this point.
Damn.
Just half.
Just half.
Oh, man. So Texas said no. No, you can't come in here.
Florida said it.
Well, that's fine. I don't want to go to Texas anyway.
You will if the apocalypse comes. Texas is already ready to be like, no, we don't want to be America anymore.
Right.
We got deer we can eat right here.
Well, they're so proud of having once been their own country for like a week. So
technically, Louisiana was in before they were.
And we were a lot taller back then.
That way, yeah, we lost a lot.
we cut it up.
Like, I mean, if they would have kept it the way it was, whenever it comes to presidential elections, we would have been fucked for the last 40 years if we would have had all that land mass.
We would have just been like, you know what, y'all stay the fuck out. Y'all stay the fuck out. Y'all can't cross.
I mean, I really feel like we should feel that way towards Mississippi. maybe we should take a proactive thing in Louisiana and just tell them, no, y'all don't come here. Like, y'all stay away from us.
But without Mississippi, we'd be last in education.
We're first in obesity. That's
We beat
that's
them by
important.
that.
Yeah, we got them.
And coronavirus apparently too. So
Yeah,
Well-
apparently we're a fucking...
I'm going to go ahead and let you know right now, that irritates the piss out of me because they just got the fucking test. Of course it's going to show that a shitload of people have it because you just got the test.
well, yeah. But but that's nationwide. But I think Louisiana got hit so hard because it happened right at Mardi Gras. Everybody came into New Orleans and just bumping into each other, spreading that shit around.
Yeah, have you ever been to Mardi Gras down there?
No, I went to Bourbon Street
No,
once.
Was it during Mardi Gras?
No.
Then it's literally shoulder to shoulder. You got
Well,
your
no, it
drink
was
in the
busy.
air, and no, Mardi Gras.
And this is walking through the street,
this
not
is-
the bar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
this
know.
is walking through the streets. It's shoulder to shoulder. You're going through
No, that's
people.
I was doing
you got your
that.
drink in the air, and it's like from Canal Street. It's everywhere.
I went, I think, 2 weeks before Mardi Gras,
Yeah.
and there was a shitload of fucking
now-
Well, yeah.
Okay, now
I mean, it's like that
imagine
all the time, but in Mardi Gras, it's like times 10.
Yeah, times 10 and everywhere, from the casino all the way down. Like it's everywhere.
people. Oh man, that
It's
sounds.
insane.
It's
It
something
stinks.
you want to do once.
It smells
Yeah,
like
definitely
vomit.
do it once.
Yeah, but once was enough.
Yeah, and it's crazy because when you walk on the street, like if you're right there at the side, like at the street where the curb and the street meet, you're actually about 8-9 inches taller than everybody else because that's where all the trash ends up. So if you walk on the sidewalk or the street, you're actually down. But if you walk in that little spot right there along the curb, you're way the fuck up there. There's a ton of trash.
It stinks.
Yeah,
It does.
It smells like vomit down there.
I bet it does.
I didn't care.
The
for
whole city.
Yeah,
it. Yeah, I didn't.
Especially the
care
French Quarter.
yeah.
It's vomit and piss.
Dead bodies.
for it.
Wow, yeah.
Sadness, corona.
Corona.
So
And-
have you
and the
noticed
virus.
all over town that every like cash register or cashier at every gas station has a like makeshift fucking plastic shield in front of them
I
now?
just saw that. I stopped for cigarettes on my way over, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they put them all up at Albertsons too.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's already dirty and got like streaks on it, and they must have just hung it up like yesterday.
Well, today I went to Lowe's, and the way they had it, it's at an angle, and so when I turned to put my pin in, I hit my face on it. I was like, "Oh fuck, great!" Like I was so
got
mad.
it.
this
I was like, "This is a
this shit,
fucking
this
corona
thing, yeah, I
trap."
would say this thing that everyone's been breathing on and
Then
coughing on.
Sneezing on. It's called a sneeze.
I
guard.
mean,
You
I
rub your
hit. I
face
just
on it.
fucking hit it,
Fucking
and then
disgusting.
this old woman.
Hey, that's been this episode. We're getting
Oh,
him
no.
the fuck out of here.
What was really funny is this old woman behind
I
me was
wonder I
like,
started itching when you sat down.
this woman behind me.
I don't think
was-
that's one of the symptoms.
it is now.
Well,
That must be his crab.
I said that's a different disease.
All I know is when the lady saw me hit my face, you just hear her do that. Oh no!
Oh, bless his heart.
He just ran right in there. Like it was so fucking terrible. I can't hear worth the shit out of these.
Turn your volume up.
Oh,
number three.
maybe that's it. I already turned it up once.
Turn it up some more. I turned your mic down.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Why?
Turn it down
Can you
there.
hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear y'all now. But it was like trying to listen to like when we were kids, Johnny, and we didn't have walkie-talkies. We just had cans with strings on them.
What the fuck is he saying? Is he saying something? Is
So,
it
so hey Glenn, I'm gonna be nice and offer you a beer.
Oh man, that you know what? That sounds like a really nice thing. I would love one.
That is it's a really nice idea that I came up with all by myself.
Yeah, I'm glad that.
here, I'll get it.
Oh,
there we
what
go.
a producer.
Yeah.
God. Gabby better watch out. We might not ever invite him back.
He doesn't do anything when he's here anyway.
Well, hey, I think he wanted one too.
Oh, did you want one?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why you were offering him a beer so he get you one?
Yeah, the sensuous up. Thanks.
You done with that one?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Thanks.
Since You Was Up. I love that. That's
You never heard that?
no.
It's like the Motisa.
What's the motif?
It's a tribe. It's a tribe of people.
Yeah.
It's the Motisa tribe.
What?
They walk around now at fancy restaurants asking if you like some Motisa.
I don't like that.
Then there's the Hody Do tribe. You've
I
heard
like
of-
the Slap-a-Hoe tribe.
You've
I
heard the
that
Hody
was
Do tribe,
funny.
right?
That was one I've heard of.
They're notorious for running towards elevators, screaming their war calls. Hody Do! Hody Do!
Oh, man.
There it is.
Good God.
We start
Just
off.
in case y'all didn't know that Johnny was going to be famous with that shit. You know what's going to irritate me is if that happened.
That's my get her done.
I would be so
Right.
fucking mad. We're like 80 years old, and you're just like, if I'm so bad.
Man, you remember when I made all that money off of?
Like Johnny's been doing this for what, a year? You've been doing it for like what, 10, and he gets famous off of that.
Yep. While he sits next to me, oh, that'd be so fantastic. Oh, that'd be great. So you and I started comedy about the same time, huh?
Yeah, roughly. I think I remember seeing your first go at it, and I had only maybe been up once or twice before that, so it was pretty much around the same time.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about seeing you perform is seeing that the first week you had friends, and the second weekend
Right.
you didn't.
The first weekend I had friends.
Yeah, you brought a whole bunch of
You
people.
brought a whole bunch of
Oh,
people.
And so
actually,
you gotta-
No. Y'all weren't there for my first one then, because the first one I didn't tell anybody.
Oh, okay.
And that's why everybody came to the second
okay.
one.
Oh, I got you.
because
Okay.
I didn't tell.
Well, I'm talking about the first time I saw
Yeah,
you.
the first time I saw you.
Okay, then that was the second time, because the first time was at Bears. Second time was at Bears too, but it was.
Well, the first time I saw you was at Laugh Out Loud.
Oh wow, that was probably like the fourth or fifth time I'd
Okay.
gotten up on stage.
Okay,
maybe.
yeah, but so
Well,
yeah, that was the
maybe
first
not.
time I
Maybe
saw
like
you.
Third. Well, I think actually now that I say that, I think I did one. So that may have been my third time when I did my first LOL, because it was my fourth show was that fucking show at Bears.
Mm.
I mean at the Port. Right,
I had
Phil,
seen you,
12
but I
minutes.
didn't know you were a comic.
Where did we see each other?
Bears.
Oh yeah. No, I had.
Well, no, I
You
mean
must
that
have
was.
gone outside to smoke during his set.
Well, no,
I
well,
just
you know,
started.
I am notorious for doing that, but the thing is, I cannot watch.
I do it all the time.
I can't watch
I
open
do it,
mics.
yeah.
I really can't watch them. I want to. I support y'all. I can watch them through the glass, but I can't hear you talk.
Yeah.
I know that sounds stupid because I'm more worried about like your face and how you're holding yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, but I can't listen to the material because, especially if it's been like, hey, Tyler, you remember that thing you said when it wasn't funny that one time? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, you shouldn't do that again, or at least work on it. And then you don't, and I know it's coming. And then it's like, God, I feel like a disappointed dad, you know, at football tryouts, and your kid's got glasses and is real good at chess. Like,
Why would you even put him in football tryouts?
well, that's what I'm wondering. Why did they even put you on comedy?
Yeah. Terrible father.
I know, right?
No.
And this is the man that wants to be my best friend. He's like, you suck, Tyler.
That's not true. Me and him, but I mean, like Drew, whenever Drew was doing comedy here, I sat around for 2.5 hours trying to talk to him about material and
Right.
and how to, you know, maybe change the way his stage presence was. And he's like, oh man, I'm so excited. Then he drove off in my ditch and like got stuck. And so that was another 2 hours in the fucking cold rain trying to get him out of the fucking ditch. Just for him not to take any of that advice.
Yeah.
And then I felt like my life was wasted.
Do you?
He asked for it. I didn't offer to give it.
Well, what I was going to ask is, why do you think he didn't take your advice?
I think that the advice that I gave him involves a confidence level he doesn't have.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, but you got to feel for him, and there's a reason why he doesn't feel confident.
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying is, I think that it's uncomfortable ground in the sense of he tries to pretend in a very positive way that everything is happy and good, and I'm very much. It could be blah, but it's not. Nothing's always fucking rainbows and sunshine.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
shitty
what
things.
about rainbows and sunshine? Aren't they always rainbows and sunshine?
Okay, every time you see a rainbow, you get the smell of hot asphalt that's been cooking all day, getting hit with rain and stinking. That's what I'm saying. I hate that smell. I hate knowing that I'm going to drive into freshly rained-on pavement
Man,
on
we
the
had to walk
highway.
across to the gas station the other day from my office, and an 18-wheeler pulled in there, and one of his brakes was locked up, so it was smoking like
Oh,
crazy.
that's a terrible smell.
And the kids were like, ew, that stinks so bad. And funny, fun fact about me, I love that shit.
Like, you like the
I
smell?
love the smell of burn up brakes. I don't know
Really?
why. Yeah, dude, I drove trucks for a long time, and
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a gift at the racetrack because we were sitting there, and it's basically name that smell race car edition. When you'll see smoke coming out of the car, and they'll be like, "Glenn, what is it?" And I'm like, "That smells like rear end grease. That's a rear end that's about to blow up." Because believe it or not,
Oh yeah.
Each liquid has an amazing smell that will tell you.
Soda rotors and pads.
Yeah, it's brakes. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm more comforted with a brake problem because you can smell it in the car while you're racing, and you're like, okay, it's just the brakes. But then your mind goes,
Those aren't important.
oh, brakes are for pussies. Everybody, just ask my dad.
I don't need to stop that car that's going 150 miles an hour.
But is it leaking onto my manifold?
Because I had a brake caliper lockup glow cherry red, and then the fucker caught on fucking fire.
Yeah, the metal will do that from time to time.
I'm in the tech area, and they're like, Glenn, your shit's on fire. Get out of the car. I'm like, I'm not getting out of this car.
Somebody piss on that, please.
I was like, we have fire extinguishers. But I won't run one in my car because it's a bomb. I don't like that.
You want what?
They want you to run a fire extinguisher, but I don't. I'm not going to sit in there long enough to fight a fire.
Right.
At all. If I'm knocked out and I'm on fire, just I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, you're relying on somebody else at that point anyway. So.
Well, I mean, the thing is if I got knocked out, I got hit hard enough to get knocked out, which I blacked out one time while racing. I hit the wall head on, and my head hit the roll cage, and I blacked out. And when I opened my eyes, the car finally had landed. And then I put my foot through the floor because my brain hadn't told me that you went night-night for a minute. And so he's like, Glenn, you can't go anywhere. You don't have a tire. Which, yeah.
What is that? Could that be the ice maker still?
No.
Is that the ice maker? Or I thought your friend finally got his fucking weed eater fixed.
No, it was the ice maker.
How's that beer treating you? Like it?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Was it a Beta? A Beta what?
Amber. Yeah.
It's very tasty.
It's not bad.
It's not. It doesn't have that I don't know. So many beers nowadays they hand you, they just taste like fucking earwax.
I like my beer with a lot of root in it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe some what is it, IBC?
Yeah.
Is that what you like?
Yeah.
They make a good cream soda.
Got
as
one
well.
over that fridge,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah. I like cream soda. You know what?
I do too, and a lot of people don't.
No.
It's
Well, you know what's
fantastic.
funny is a person will tell you they don't like cream soda, but they're like, I love Big Red.
It's fucking cream
And
soda.
I'm like, that's red cream soda. Like, I get so fucking pissed.
You like Big Blue too?
Oh man, do you know what? I think Fanta lost their mind. I think that's what happened with this Corona. Fanta pineapple, unnecessary.
Did I tell
Like,
you?
Pineapple soda is...
It was great with orange, grape, and strawberry. You didn't have to go anywhere else. But no, you had to dab your
It's
finger at
so
fucking
funny.
passion fruit or fucking mermaid piss or whatever the hell.
It's funny that you bring that up. I had
Mermaid
a dream.
piss?
No, you were talking about
Cream
like.
soda.
Well, you were talking about like.
A cream dream.
So I had a dream. I had a dream that I was adrift.
That's forever how I'm going to refer to wet dreams from now on.
Cream dream. I had a
That's gonna be
dream.
the name of his first album. Tyler Blanchard,
Cream
Cream Dream.
Dream.
Got it.
I like it.
I had a dream that I was adrift in a life raft, and I was in the middle of grape soda. It was fucking crazy, and I woke up and I was like, "Oh, it's just a fantasy."
Oh my God.
I'm so mad.
You're right.
I fucking hate that shit.
But because of this quarantine, we're too far away to punch him.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's in a new booth.
Yes.
A new producer safety booth.
That's right. With
So-
with sneeze guards.
Sneeze guards and you know what's really gross to me is this lady. I watched her get out of her car today, put her fucking gloves on, and then do this. And you just
completely.
And I'm one of those people that
defeating the
will
purpose.
shout across I was out there and I was like, the fuck are you doing? You're defeating the purpose. Go get some more gloves, you nasty bitch. Like this is how it spreads.
Yep.
And then I ran my face in that fucking plastic.
That was karma.
And her car
Then
was,
you come over here,
yeah, well, you know.
high fiving my kids and shit.
I didn't touch your kids. Like, I want to do a video, Johnny. I wish one of us had an Uncle Sam outfit and just us ugly, like trying to ugly escape our houses. And he's like, it's quarantine, boy. It's just like a fist fight with Uncle Sam in your front yard. Last night when I went fishing because quarantine. And so we're at the boat launch and the sheriff comes up and he's like, how you boys doing, you know? And I'm like, oh, great. They're going to tell us we're going to have to act like me and my cousin live together. You know.
Hey.
Man, that cop was cool as shit. He sat there for hours talking to us.
Well, he's
He
probably
ain't that
bored as
cool.
shit too.
Yeah, he ain't that cool then. If he could clearly tell y'all were trying to go fishing and he just wanted to run his fucking mouth.
Oh no, we kept fishing.
Oh, y'all were on the bank.
Yeah.
Fishing. Okay.
No, I didn't want to.
You don't have a boat?
I don't have a boat. I spend my money on race cars and race cars.
Not race boats.
No, I watch race boats and get I get very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Fuck that.
'Cause-
Well, no, but-
if the impact doesn't kill you, drowning is a thing.
Well, no. Have you ever
Well, those
seen when
capsules
they fucking?
break away, and those
Yeah.
things are supposed to be safe as fuck.
Have you seen when they wreck though?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's
It's
just
so
like
violent.
you're like, oh god, you don't have legs. Like you just know that he lost his legs.
So I used to work for a guy that was a big fisherman, and like he was, a professional. He had sponsors. Who the fuck's pulling up at my driveway? We expecting somebody else? So anyway,
Huh.
You gonna go check that out?
No, we're good. I can see
Is
them
it
clearly.
maybe David Allen?
It'll be all right.
Did you tell David?
I didn't tell anybody but you.
I can't. I
Oh,
don't
I'm-
recognize
I'm
the
so
car,
special.
Oh, God.
I think I might know who it is if I don't recognize the car. Anyway,
Oh shit.
but
about
he
we're about to
fucking
jump on people.
he bought a boat from. I won't tell you who because I'm not gonna. I want sponsors. But he actually, are they even open anymore?
Reeves Marine.
Yeah.
Oh man, my mom got
Are they-
fired from Reeves Marine.
Are they open anymore?
No.
Okay, so Reeves Marine sold this dude a boat that they had taken a part off. It was a display boat, and they had taken a part off of it to fix another boat so they could get the guy out of there.
All right. I see
And they
someone
just-
short.
They just
Forgot.
they just put the other part on
Who is
just to
this?
keep because it
Yeah.
was showcase, and then the replacement part came in, it just got shelved.
Mm.
Well, then they sold this dude this boat and forgot about it.
Yeah.
And he's fucking hauling ass across the lake one day, and the rod that controls.
Is that
the-
your
the
friend of
rudder?
yours that's not
Yeah.
very impressed with my
That's her.
existence? Oh,
So
yeah.
anyway, the thing snapped, and the motor turned all the way
Oh.
one direction, and it slung him and his wife out in the middle of
So
winter.
now his boat's just doing donuts with nobody in it.
Well, it's flipping. It flipped like 12 or 13 times. It slung him and his wife out, and it started flipping.
I mean, that's a lawsuit there.
Yeah, well, I want to say that was there was a lawsuit, but it fucked them up. They were in ski bibs and almost drowned. Fortunately, another fisherman was riding through and saved both of them. But yeah,
I don't enjoy it. Like
violence.
I just want you to know on my speed in boats is like P-row with a little
paddle boat.
No.
Fucking hate paddle boats.
Yeah, no. A friend of mine goes, Glenn, I got a pond. You can go out and you go fish and get in the paddle boat. Me and my
Fuck
friend, we get out in the paddle boat, and they forgot to tell us that it only has like a 35-minute lifespan before it starts sinking.
No, look, I wish the cameras were pointed at me because fuck paddle boats, fuck motherfucking paddle boats. Let me just tell you, I fucking hate paddle boats. Always have, always will. My wife listening to this right now. She's like, yeah, that motherfucker almost divorced me over paddle boats. I could bring her out right now.
Now, I was in...
Fuck a paddle boat.
When I went to Florida, I was in a
With a
kayak.
dick a paddle boat can't handle. You understand me?
I went to when I went to Florida, I kayaked in the Gulf, and it was awesome.
Mhm.
I had a blast. Just like out there by myself. I actually entertain myself more than I entertain anybody else.
I believe it.
I just get out there, and I was drunk,
You don't say.
and they were like, Glenn, you got to watch out. There's dolphins. I'm like, fuck a dolphin. I haven't liked dolphins since fucking Flipper.
They
I
will
would-
fuck you.
I want to see a fucking werewolf or a mermaid in the water, and that's when they tell me that I had to get out of the kayak because I was screaming for mermaids. It was great times. I loved it.
Did you ever watch that Discovery Channel show about mermaids?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was. Well, they advertised it as a documentary, and it's
Yeah.
all bullshit. They're all actors.
It was about mermaids. That should have been the first tip.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler still believes in. You don't take his dreams away.
Right.
That motherfucker never has to clap in the play version of Peter Pan. Whenever they said, "Do you believe in fairies?" he's just sitting there. He's like, "Clap if you believe it." He's like, Tyler's clapping already before they start. just
Hey, I got to bring Tinkerbell back to life, man.
You believe in fairies? That's cool.
I live with a fairy.
You go down. Yeah, I would say go down the corner lounge. You'll find a few of them.
That's a mean thing to say about our non-producing producer.
Well, he's trying to be safe in this quarantine
No,
time.
but he doesn't do any of this. He here.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's his thing. Hey, look, we can't shit on him.
Did you? Okay, so
Well,
I
I
can,
mean,
yeah, no,
I guess for
no.
the right
I think for
price.
$1.79, I can shit on Gabby. He gave me a price list of stuff the other day. It was weird, really awkward.
Has,
but anyway.
has Gabby ever been on camera for this?
No.
No? Okay.
He doesn't
So
want
people
it.
can't put a face to
We-
the name,
no,
right?
we-
No,
actually-
nobody knows he's 6'3" and built the way he is. Dude.
Yeah,
That's
they all
just
think he's
crazy.
just this 5'2"
man.
Filipino.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
We actually talked about it last time that we're just gonna do whenever we got off camera. I was like, Johnny, what we need to do is we need to just pan a camera over to what is Gabby, and it's just a big teddy bear.
Right.
That's it, and it's everybody just know that we just talk to stuffed animals.
I
That's
used to have you remember that big ass teddy bear I used to have? It was like, what do you say, probably 5 foot tall?
I have one.
Sitting on its ass.
I had one in
still
my
had
house.
The legs, it's huge.
My brother bought it from my sister-in-law, and then when they moved, it magically lived at my house. I didn't know, and it was in the closet. And I went in there and I opened the closet, and that big motherfucker came out of there, and I was just like, "Mother of God!" I fucking flipped shit, and I was like, "What do you want me to do with this bear?" I gave that motherfucker away because it would just sit, but it's the size of a fucking grown man.
Yeah.
And you walk into a room, and if it's dark, you know that there's no, 5 foot tall bears in your house. But at the same time, you see something sitting.
And you know you live close to Chip Haven.
Yeah, it could be. I'm scared shitless of chimps.
Man, if them fucking things ever get out, you can't even lock your doors.
No.
You can't hide your kids.
But
hide
I don't
your wife.
understand, why, have you ever watched that show? Was it Deadly Addictions or Fatal Attractions? And it's talking about, these people that love animals that'll kill the fuck out of you. And one of them was a damn lady, that chimp that, ate
Ripped
all
her
of her
face off?
fucking
Yeah.
fingers.
Fucked her
And-
friend up, too.
Yeah, killed her friend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fucking
Friend is
smashed
dead.
her friend in the driveway
Yeah.
after ripping her apart.
After being shot 12 times.
Mm-hmm.
No, sir. I'm not saying get rid of them. I'm just saying that that's not an animal.
It's not a
for the
pet.
house. It's not.
No.
That's
Yeah.
not an animal for a house.
Although, you know what I would like is one of those little monkeys that sits on your shoulder.
Nope.
You don't want one of those?
No.
Oh, I do, and I'll tell you why.
Ripping my nose off.
Huh? Because I'll tell you, I want one of those little monkeys that sits on your shoulder, and I want
Just another ploy for you to get pussy. That's it.
no,
That's it. He's always thinking of something else. Who needs a parrot when you got a monkey?
right?
And then he goes, "Do you want to play with my monkey?" And she's like, "Yeah, I want to play with your monkey." Next thing you know, the monkey's sitting there munching on some fucking dried bananas while he's sitting there going to Pound Town.
Are you?
You know, I never thought of it
okay?
that way, but
You all right?
No, I was
You
just,
okay
Yeah.
over there?
yeah, I get a little
well,
heated.
no, but I want a monkey that sits on my shoulder, and I just walk around, and I want to train it to fling poo at people I don't like.
That's how you train that.
So I just point and
You
like
don't
him,
have to
and he's
train.
just like,
That's something that's instinctual with them.
yeah, but they don't know who to throw it at unless I point.
You're right.
Oh,
You're
but
right.
he's gonna throw it at you because you're an idiot.
Mm.
Jesus.
Glenn would
Yeah,
be
no, look-
Glenn would be covered in poo right now.
Look, let's try
Glenn
this.
wouldn't be in the room with a fucking monkey.
Get you a
Not at all.
what is it? A teacup pig?
No, because have you seen? A friend of mine sent me a picture. He said, "Hey, 2 years ago, I got what was it? One of the little baby pig looking thing.
A teacup pig.
Yeah, that motherfucker's as big as a damn couch right now.
That's right.
Well,
And
some of them they'll tell you it won't get any bigger, but then it does.
well, look. Let me.
Wouldn't that be the same with your monkey?
Well, let me
Next
just
thing
say
it's on
something.
your shoulder. Next thing you know, it's a fucking
Gorilla.
silverback gorilla, and it's not throwing poop; it's throwing buildings.
You're looking at the pig all wrong. Get you a pig.
Tell me more about this.
After
pig, Johnny.
okay, look, you use the pig to get dates, right? You use it as your ploy to get pussy because
It's
so
a
cute.
micro pig.
No, that's
That's
right.
what it's called.
So you use it as your ploy to get your pussy, right?
No, I don't
No,
think
no,
that
no,
you
I'm-
should.
A pocket pig?
I'm saying I'm for fucking.
A pocket pig sounds like a great value dildo.
But after a year, then you can use it again
You're
to,
gonna dig this
to get
pocket
people
pig.
over for dinner when you eat the motherfucker.
I told you that horrible story.
Which one?
That one where we had the guy at the racetrack. He's like, they said, "Hey, what do y'all?" He said, "Come over for a barbecue." We go over there. We show up and the pit's going and there's not a fucking bit of meat on this fucking thing. And he goes, my dad's like, "Hey, where's the fucking meat?" You know. All of a sudden, this big old fucking potbelly pig comes around the corner, and Randall just takes a fucking gun, shoots the pig. Didn't even answer the question. Just fucking shoots this pig. It hits the fucking ground, and he goes, "That's what's for dinner." And I was, Dad's like, "You can't eat a potbelly pig." But we did.
But-
And any guy that'll shoot a fucking pig right there in front of God and everybody,
yeah.
they're gonna shoot you next if you don't eat their fucking pot-bellied pig. I was telling Tyler before we started recording that people are acting nowadays like they don't want to survive if this goes Mad Max apocalypse. They're just being really horrible, god-awful people. Just being shitty for no reason. Even though I did get to watch my mother mean mug this lady because we were at Walmart. And she's like, oh, my God, we're having such a problem right now. I'm an ER nurse. And you watch like a 10-foot circle around this woman spread. They spread the fuck away from her. And I did this. She looked at me. She's like, that's been happening a lot. I'm like, I wouldn't tell people what you do.
Yeah.
Like, if you're trying to get through line pretty quick.
Right.
My thing is like the masks. You see all these people with these masks.
Oh, which do nothing.
The one now, if it covers your whole face and seals, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if it's got the one where it's got the openings there,
Right.
all you're doing is just siphoning it right into your fucking
No,
mouth.
you're wrong. Those openings are for the exhaust, man.
And the masks are for people who are already sick, so they don't spread it.
Well, I mean, it's smarter, yeah, that'd be better. But the God's honest truth, these people are walking around. I feel like we're in one of those old Western movies. At any minute now, they're going to just start shooting us at noon.
Any minute at noon.
All right.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
All right.
Do you think you'd survive a zombie apocalypse, producer?
I think so.
Do you-
I'd survive as
Do
long
you
as I
do you
survive.
do you look at everybody like, are they a liability or who's a liability?
Well, yes.
Like for instance, I know that you love Jonah.
Who?
Jonah?
I thought you said Jonny.
Jonah.
Yeah. No, I love my boy.
I know you do. But there was a time when he was small and didn't walk, and he's a liability.
He's still liability.
Right.
I mean,
Shut up. He's 5. You know.
Well,
Like,
no, that's the thing is he's the one that would start talking.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah,
kids are
he'd
going
be
to
the
do
one,
that.
Daddy, what's going on out there?
shut
Are they
up.
coming? Can I see? Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me to shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. Jonah, swear to God. Don't you swear to God. Language, Daddy. Language.
Major liability.
Motherfucker.
I have a nephew. His name is Zayden. Zayden's a whiner.
Mm.
If you hit him with like a paper airplane, he acts like Kong getting knocked off the Empire State Building. It's really sad. And he did this. He goes, Uncle Glenn, zombie apocalypse. Who are you saving? I'm like, your brother. He goes, well, what about me? I'm like, zombie fodder. I'm going to throw you out from whatever Humvee I'm sitting. You're going to scream. They're going to eat you.
So you're not completely useless.
No, I mean, he's, you're saving lives. And he goes, what about Banna, which is what they call their grandmother, my mom?
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, shit, that woman's got osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, no discs in her back hardly. Nah, she knows. But my mom will also tell you, I don't believe in zombies because they're not real. And I'm like, that's the first one that gets eaten right there.
Well,
Right there in front of God and everybody.
Whoa,
Oh, gee.
whoa,
That was almost a fucking disaster.
Oh, my God. You want to know about a fucking disaster? That fucking dog of mine, my fucking phone here is broken. That goddamn dog of mine was in here fucking running around yesterday, and he kept jumping up in the chairs, and he was over there in those chairs. And I told him, I said, man, get the fuck down. And he jumped down, sprinted underneath the table, got caught up in the fucking power supply for this fucking thing and the Ethernet cord for this phone, snatched the phone off the table. It slammed into my fucking shin. Then he's running around. He's got this cord wrapped around him, and he's fucking snatching shit everywhere. He's screaming and hollering. He's whining. I'm fucking pissed. I'm hurting.
And that made it.
So does the phone work?
I had to
though?
catch it.
Oh, shit.
But so
Oh,
the
man.
phone works still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we can call Bible verse time and temperature.
It is Sunday.
Here we go.
The time and temperature weekly word is from John 3, verses 16 and 17.
He did this last week.
Mm-hmm.
He gave his one and only
Maybe it's the one for the month.
No, it's the same one. It said for today, not for the month. We heard it already.
send his son into the world.
I know what the time and temperature is. Technology tells me it's March 29th.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it?
And we don't have to go to Sunday school to get to it.
What'd you say?
What's the temperature?
I'm getting there.
And forever.
I bet you it's still faster than listening to this.
More about Jesus Christ.
It's 79 degrees.
Yep, see? Glenn wins.
Need him.
Well, how do we know Glenn's right?
About Jesus.
No, it's 66.
Today is Sunday, March 29th.
That was right.
Current time, 9:02 p.m.
Oh,
And the
God.
temperature, 67 degrees.
Oh, apparently Jesus was right.
Man, it looks everybody's wrong. Everybody's got something different.
Maybe it's because I didn't read my Bible before I checked the temperature. Makes a lot of sense.
Maybe you should read your Bible next time.
It's
Or the
telling you
farmer's
it's
almanac.
1 degree hotter because you're that much closer to hell.
Oh, see, that makes
Jesus.
sense. Well, his was hotter than mine.
Sinner.
Exactly. He's letting you know where you're going.
Sinner.
Oh, hellfire and brimstone, huh? That's the way we're gonna play this game.
Sinner.
I'm good.
I just want you to know
That's just
that
a reflection of your heart.
is the way you parked the last time we were here together was such a fucking hard thing for me to get out of the damn driveway.
Oh, that's right, because you left first.
Yeah, and I mean, you had that motherfucker cattywampus.
It was the only way I could fit without sticking out in the street.
Yeah, but yeah,
What the hell y'all talking about? I had to hop the freaking curb.
yeah, we saw you. We've been watching you since you pulled up.
How do you think I feel? I haven't moved.
We thought that
In
you
a
were coming
while.
to kill us.
I didn't have to do nothing.
Well, it'd be
I didn't
impossible for
recognize
you to
the
get out
car.
now because I'm right behind you.
Yeah, no, I watched that too. Look, there's a fucking camera. It's the middle of fucking apocalypse. Me and
What'd I
Can't-
do?
Well, I
I
mean-
parked in my
I
driveway.
would
do
say
you
it's,
mean,
it's a driveway. There's limited space.
Park. Okay, not drive. Park.
That Kia Soul out there is parked like a fucking gym.
I even pulled up.
He did. Gave me plenty of room.
Yeah.
I like that. I actually felt really special.
So you
I
can
didn't-
Yeah,
fit
but
my
you
truck
look like
behind his
this
car.
much
That's right.
There's plenty of room.
Behind the freaking truck, which is not enough room for me to actually get into the driveway. So I had to freaking hop the curb.
Oh.
I watched it.
Yeah, we did watch it.
And then we were like, who the fuck
We thought
is
it was the
that?
Jump Out Boys.
And then when you got out, I was like,
Tyler's little car. Come on.
Well, that's what I said is I don't recognize the car, so I think I know who it is.
and then followed by me going, oh, that's your friend who's not impressed with my existence. This is wonderful.
I said, yes, that's her.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Yeah,
That would
well,
be
hey,
her.
at least you're honest.
Hey.
It's a good quality.
Brutally honest.
It's a good quality in women and hard to find.
Yep. Yep.
We're not misogynistic here, I promise.
No, just personal references.
Well,
Hey, my man said personal references. I'm going to stop. This has been the litigation episode of my podcast. Isn't it?
Not yet.
It's going to be used against you in a court of law.
I
Nah.
love how we're not supposed to talk about it. We keep talking about it.
Dude, it's the
And
funniest
fucking like
shit ever.
David's the one who outed him
Yeah.
a couple months ago.
Completely,
So
yeah.
here's the beautiful thing.
Completely.
Several people have messaged me that listen to it, and shout out to all of y'all that are like,
Yeah.
"Hey, are you going through this?"
Hey,
and I'm like,
really? Are you?
"I'm like, oh,
Are you
wow."
traveling to Texas?
Ah, that big Dallas.
Man,
Oh man, just gonna any minute
Big-
now bust into Tammy
big
Wynette.
old-
You know,
big
just-
old lonely town.
ain't no soul there.
Nope. No.
Those mean streets.
Mean streets. So, if you
that
don't know
hurts.
what we're talking about road trips.
That's it.
That's it.
Just road tripping
trips,
together.
yeah.
Sometimes
What's the
you
best
get
road
a
trip you've ever
some-
taken?
the mine.
Yeah.
God, let's not talk.
Hands down, the best, like the most epic road trip you've ever taken.
The most epic.
Yeah.
Me and some of the boys went down to New Braunfels, Texas, to go river rafting at the Guadalupe, and we spent like 6 days down there. And it's only a 9-hour road trip, but I'm telling you right now, I had like 8 of my really great friends, and we're in 2 vehicles, and we had the going down there was a fucking fiasco. We were having a blast, and we were drinking the entire way down there, and I'm driving, which was stupid. And then we're drinking on the way back, and one of my friends, he had slipped. And he had white swim trunks on, but he slipped, and when he did, it looked like he had shit his pants so fucking bad that he's like, guys, I got to get another fucking pair of pants. We're on the road. So I said, look, give me your money, and I'll go in there, and I bought him a fucking moo-moo.
He should not have trusted you.
I come in there, and he's
He
like,
clearly didn't know you
and-
well
and
enough.
He did this. No, he knows me just fine. He comes back, and he goes, and how much did this shit cost me? I'm like, it was on sale for $5. Shorts were $6. I saved you money. And then we took him to Twin Peaks. And he had to walk in there. And he's sitting there, and he's in the pisser, and he's got the skirt, the moo-moo lifted up to piss. And this guy walks in and makes eye contact with him. He's like, yeah, I'm just as scared as you are. Like, it's so fucking great. Love you, Jared. You met him. He's an Opossum Artville. Jared Phillips.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got pictures of him in a moo-moo.
Where's my fucking theme song?
Oh, man. They got oh, man, I'll tell you what happened at their show. They were playing this drag queen movie that involves somebody fucking a chicken and some other shit. And it's like it's at the Dove Lounge now.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about? It used to be
Used to be,
Neverland.
yeah.
And
I got a funny story about Neverland. Go ahead.
Sure you do. And so anyway, then they're in the middle of their set, and they sing vulgar shit, you know that. And in the middle of it, this lady's like, "That's fucking stupid," throws a glass across the bar at them, and she goes, "I'm a motherfucking vegan." That's what they decided to get upset about. Was
It
because
doesn't
I think somebody
surprise
was
me,
fucking the
Dove.
chicken to death in that movie.
There's a spider hanging right above your head.
Oh, look at that little cute son of a bitch. Can he do it? Just smash him.
See, I'd be freaking out. I hate spiders.
Really? Man, I
Yeah.
spent too much time underneath houses to give a fuck about those things.
Word? I used to install cable. Ain't no way I'm fucking getting bothered by that.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, and it's not like a phobia. Like if it was above my head, I wouldn't be like crying or anything. But
You
I
just-
would
Are
definitely
you sure?
not be
You
okay with.
said you'd be scared of that.
Yeah, I
call
know.
him out on his masculinity
Right.
right now. That's right.
Freaking
Wha-
pinky.
Muscles McGillicuddy.
It's still got fangs. All right.
Look, it's that little dot. Look at my hand. It's that little dot right fucking there. That's what he's worried about. All right, so
Don't
back,
bring him here.
I'm
back to the
trying to
action.
kill it.
Have you seen Arachnophobia?
Oh my God, my wife told my son to watch that movie
That's a
yesterday,
great
and I was
movie.
like, no.
Why?
Because he will be wigged out
It is a
for the
great
rest of his
movie.
life.
It is a John Goodman classic character. So funny. It's worth it.
Fuck that movie.
Your son would have been a better person. You know what?
Wait, which son?
Money.
Oh, yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Money?
J Money Jackson.
Oh, okay.
My oldest.
He's scared of spiders.
Man, he's scared of a lot.
Dude,
Really?
Love you, buddy.
scared of everything.
Love you, buddy. He's getting better though now that he's like, man, I'm gonna stay at the house by myself. And you're like, you sure about that? He's like, yeah, fuck it. I'm like, oh shit, he's jerking off. Dude, and that's a bit that
So
I'm
what's he
working on.
scared of?
Dude, that's a bit that I'm working on. That
What's
I think
he
is
scared of?
gold. Lightning, thunder, wind,
Well, that's those.
bushes,
Okay, so he's
dark
scared.
hallways,
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you.
things under his
Up
bed.
until
that
I
aren't
was
there.
like 14 years old at my dad's house, which I knew I thought was haunted. I ain't gonna lie to you. Until I was 14 years old, if the lights were out, I cut and run like a motherfucker down that hallway. No. Huh?
He's
for
coming
you.
down.
You got him all fucked up. Oh, look how polite you are.
Yeah.
Yes. Then he was murdered. Ah, we're getting back to the Glenn that I like to see.
I'm just telling you right now, that spider was
Johnny
like,
Cash
what
will
a.
be proud.
no.
He's like,
What a mensch.
what a lovely lord this giant
This
is.
is-
No! And that's when he smote at him. Right there in front of God and everyone. So you know what I've been watching a lot of lately, and I recommend it?
Hey, dude.
No.
What?
Do you know Ian McKellen? Gandalf?
Sir Ewan
Okay.
McKellen, yeah.
Yeah, shut up.
Well, he is a knight.
Yeah, but he doesn't
Is
like
he
being called a
is he
sir.
that was the guy from what the fuck is the name of that movie? Not the Angels and Demons, but the other one.
My point is,
Oh, the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah,
how about
thank
Gandalf, the
Okay.
Grey?
Mhm.
Might have heard of him.
Maybe.
Magneto.
Magneto, yeah,
Uh-huh.
you know,
All
might have
right.
heard of him.
All right. Continue,
Anyway,
please.
they have a
Jesus.
really great show called Vicious,
Mhm.
and it's basically like a gay couple sitcom, but for older gay people. Funniest fucking show. It started off funny. It was funny the entire fucking first episode, and that's how they got me.
Yeah.
They
It's
were
not
like,
that Grace and Frankie show, is it?
no. Ian McKellen is a
Well,
dude.
no. I think in Grace and Frankie, their husbands turn out to be gay, and I didn't know if it was the
no,
same.
no, no.
show.
I've
So-
never watched
So
that one.
basically, it's a
My wife likes it. She thinks it's funny as fuck.
It's a British comedy,
okay.
which
Mhm.
I've always enjoyed them. They always make. Have you ever seen Keeping Up Appearances?
Mhm.
Oh God, one day, me and you. The woman on there, she answers the phone, and when she answers the phone, she's all like, "Thank you for," like she says, "It's sunny, beautiful day," da 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 da, and there's always somebody horrible on the other line, and she does, you know, she's not talking to anybody, but the whole time she's like, "What do you mean you need money?
Mm.
Why do you need money? Well, how much does it cost to sew a foot back on? You know, stuff like, and that shit cracks me up, and I'll giggle and I'll laugh, but it's comedy like that, and I enjoyed the shit out of it.
I
It's a
like
really good show.
Coupling. Have you ever watched that one?
No, but I have nothing to do. It's the fucking quarantine.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
apocalypse.
it used to be on Netflix. I don't think it is anymore, but
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's an older, like early
Do a really
2000s
good job
show,
of-
but it's kind of like the
Remember,
British
it's-
Friends.
We
what's it called?
measure
Coupling.
We measure
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
quarantine.
it's pretty good. I like
like
it. And
dick
then the
itches.
IT Crowd is another good British comedy.
Yeah, right,
I've
so
watched
we're all
part
safe.
of that. That
Yeah.
one's pretty good.
I like
that's-
that one.
See, I gotta explain
It got
to
better season 2.
because this is like science. So
I don't know
quarantine
who to do this on
is-
because
is-
everybody's talking.
dick is dick inches. So this is a foot. So we're like 12 of these apart from one another. So we're like super safe. Super safe.
Yeah, we
Me and-
established last week that when you measure your penis, you start at the spleen.
Right.
Yeah.
At this way up. That's where mine unrolls from. I have a feeling that in this room, she's got the biggest dick out of all of us.
It's in her purse.
She uses it to beat off burglars.
It takes gas.
We did that at the same time. Oh, God, it is the end of the world. Me and Johnny are thinking on the same level.
We've been hanging out together too much.
No.
No,
No.
not a no. He doesn't even invite me over for barbecues. Or nothing.
Just this.
Dude, I think something's about to happen here.
What?
I think the pellet grill is sooner than we think.
Well, no, he can't. Look, one day I walked in here and he said, "Hey, you hungry?" And I said, "Yeah." And he brought me a piece of steak.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty good piece of steak. I'm gonna tell you right now. You don't. It's big as a cigarette pack. Now, in my defense, I asked for a small serving of
Yeah.
something. That piece of I would have paid good damn money. The fucker can cook. There's a reason.
I believe it. I mean,
Barbecue pits, yes.
Yeah.
A lot of other things, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
fried
I've,
turkeys and
I've
I can-
seen
yeah.
him. My
I mean, he's
Like-
well, he's definitely the kind of guy you look at and you're like, I bet he cooks pretty good.
Yeah, I bet he eats good.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, fat motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm good on
I
a
bet his
barbecue.
kids are starving to death.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that Roseanne, like the Family Guy, when John Goodman just jumped, "Dad, we're hungry. You'll eat when I'm finished." Like, it's so fucking funny.
Nah, look, man, my honest to goodness, my problem is sodas. I drink too
Mm.
many sodas. I
You
don't
do.
know why. But back to the original point, I think the pellet grill is coming. Because, they passed that stimulus, and we were talking about how much money we were about to get. And I was like, fuck, man, okay. Because we're right under the limit of getting cut off.
Do you know what I'm gonna get with the stimulus?
Yeah,
What?
$1,200.
No, do you know what I'm gonna do with it?
What?
I'm gonna pay 2 months ahead on my car note. That's
the responsible
Yeah,
thing.
fucking hey, do it.
And I'm gonna,
Go for
pay rent ahead of time. That way,
Johnny's like, I need another toy, and you're like, I need to live.
Well, no, my thing is, I'm not gonna lie. The last 2 weeks, I have not slept well.
Mm-hmm.
I have been and it's more along the lines of I'm not scared of corona. I'm more scared of people panicking, and I am one of those people that desperately does not want to live in a homeless situation.
Yeah.
I live in a meth neighborhood. I'd have to fight like
Well,
a
it is-
fucking
I mean-
cat trying to get fucking ass. It's just
Financial stress is a real thing, man.
It
It's
is.
like, because
I've been fucking.
what was it, about 6 months ago when I had I was paying every cent I had went to fucking Caddo Parish because I got a DUI, and on top of that, not that there's
and
ever,
he's eligible, ladies.
Right.
Okay.
and on top of that, not that there's ever a good time to get a DUI, but a really bad time is when you're out of work due to shoulder surgery for 5 months. So yeah,
I will give him credit though. He's not. He was not like too proud to accept kindness from his friends and stuff like that. Like
oh yeah, I mean,
if they try to treat him nice and buy him a beer or something like that.
yeah, well, because I mean, I'm if I'm struggling and you're gonna be there for me,
Let him.
yeah, because I do the same thing when I'm in a position to help.
That's
so
right. That's
Well,
right.
whenever I got my trip to Dallas approved,
Did you get something in the mail or?
not yet. Probably about July 22nd. July 22nd, it's gonna happen. It's gonna go down.
Dallas was approved. That's pretty good. I
Right?
like that. I
Yeah.
like that
Well,
a lot.
anyway,
No, I'm proud of
Tyler
you.
was like, he was there for me, and he said, let's just go get some beers. And like, I thought when he said beers, like most of my friends, it's like 1 or 2. By the time 13 came around, he's like, we're gonna go sing karaoke, and I'm like, oh, but my trip to Dallas. And so we went. I didn't sing. I just berated him. And Tyler He goes for some gutsy songs in the karaoke there, Johnny.
Oh yeah. What's your?
My go-to is usually like David Allen Coe, some old country, which
Yeah.
is surprising because people get up there and I don't look like old country. You know, they're like, "Oh, Creed, right?" And I'm like,
Creed.
Man, that'd be so funny.
"Well, with my hair down, I look like fucking Scott Stapp." You know.
No, look. I can't stand looking at that guy's face. I will not listen to their music because I
Yeah.
can see that fucking jaw of his, and it just makes me sick.
So yeah, but it's usually like some David Allen Coe, some old country, and but then I do that one song that real fast one by Bare Naked Ladies, 1 Week. So that throws everyone off after they've heard me sing a couple
Oh,
country
no.
songs.
I'm sitting there.
You were
Yeah.
telling me about that.
Yeah, oh my God, I sat
good
there
it
and
is.
watched that shit, and I'm like, no, that's not something you want to watch with a guy that you don't
I'm
know.
surprised he didn't say, "Oh, my drug of choice is no diggity." No doubt.
Yeah.
Oh man. So do you think there's any positive on the horizon for where this is going?
I have no idea.
Well, it's got to end at some point. So.
Yeah, but I
How's
mean, it
end
can.
and when does it
Now
end?
I've heard.
Well, I guess they just extended the quarantine.
Conspiracy theory on this.
Uh-oh, here we go. I'm in.
A serious. I watched an entire fucking YouTube video on it. Wasted a good
So it must be true.
42 minutes on it. Basically, sir, you ready for this? Buckle up, Johnny.
All right.
The government knows that a comet is heading towards the planet
I read
at
this.
breakneck speeds, and that the government's plan was to quarantine everybody so they could spend time with their family before we get.
Because that's what I'm sure the government cares that much about our quality time.
I guarantee you. Well, I mean, if you thought about it, though, if they knew they weren't going to survive it too, because,
Well, that's
but
not-
th-
that's
then
not
then there's nothing to lose.
That's
But
not
what about those
necessary.
people
So-
that are still essential and have to go to work so they don't get to spend time with their
Yeah.
family? That's kind of fucked up.
So Johnny, are we
I
doing
hate
this
this.
again?
I will.
I hate the essential shit.
Yeah.
All these people are like, God, I wish I was essential. And this whole time I said it to several people. They're like, I wish I was essential. And I'm like, as long as we've been friends, I've been wishing you were essential. Like, this entire time, I was like, God, I wish he'd be essential once. He's never even brought me fucking toilet paper. Like,
I appreciate it, Johnny. See, you're essential right there.
That's right.
Proving
he's
it.
gonna keep his fucking job.
You want to know?
I mean, that's basically how that's basically what you do for a living, isn't it? You just bring people food. I mean, it's beer, but it's
That's
sustenance.
I'm so sick and tired of all the stuff on Corona, though. It's constant.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's
It's
see.
playing on my Pandora fucking messengers.
I was watching fucking YouTube earlier, and there's 30-minute commercials now. Fucking
I'm one of those people that gets pissed off whenever you wait the 15-second commercial. We're having performance issues.
Anxiety, what?
No, that's what the damn
I
thing.
know, I'm stopping it.
It cracked me up, though.
I'm stopping
It's the
it.
first time we've ever had to admit we were having performance
this
issues.
never happens to me, I swear.
Yeah. Close your eyes, people. It's only going to hurt for a little bit. We're going to play just the tip. We made eye contact when I said the word tip. I did not like that. In fact, I'm going to be honest with you, Johnny. Let's not ever make eye contact again, as long as we're friends. 'Cause I saw a pit of your soul.
All right.
Fucking horrible. You're like a big walking peach.
Do you want my seed?
It's a pit, you idiot. It's a pit.
A pit. Excuse me.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Good God.
Do you want my pit?
Do you want my
Do you want
That
my
doesn't
pit?
sound any
It's
better.
right here.
Oh, man.
Well, is that it? We're at 53. Probably an hour and some change.
Shows that we might have coming up because we need to do it.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's Zoom meeting.
Zoom meeting.
I wish I had the URL already.
I mean, I can send it to you while you're here.
Well, no, I was gonna put it up on the bottom of the
Yeah,
thing.
do it. Here, I'm about to pull it up.
I don't know how to get my mouse back over there.
Well,
The
I
computer's
can't
tripping.
help that you're fucking dumb.
That I'm dumb.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Here it is. Right there. Oh, shit. Oh, crap. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to try to do this thing. We've been doing a lot of watching
Mhm.
on the social media and stuff, and we're seeing that a lot of people are doing, like, Facebook Live and shit like that's great if you're a musician.
Yeah.
Comedians got to have people looking
You
at
gotta
you.
get that feedback.
We got to see if people like what we're saying or they get offended or somebody got butt hurt or you can watch a butthole pucker, some kind of shit
Yeah.
like that. So we're going to do a thing where we do a Zoom meeting. And what we're going to do is we're going to tell y'all what time to be there. We're going to start everybody loading in there about 30 minutes before we start. And then we're going to pack about, an hour, 10 minutes of fucking hard hit. Maybe longer. We can do it as long as we want to.
Yeah, that's true.
But
But
we're
I'm
going to
saying-
figure that all
Yeah, we're
that
going to
out.
figure all that, but we're going to get some
And
local
I'm gonna have
guys.
to, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm going to have to put it in the link on the
Okay,
video.
that's cool.
I have to put it in the description of the video.
But we're going to try to do that. We got to do it quick. Now that they've extended the quarantine, we're
How long
only
they extended to?
April 30th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or that's the suggested time. So
Even though
We'll see how
Trump
it
is
goes.
really saying we should spend Easter together.
Yeah, I wonder what his deal is with that. Anyway. But yes, we're going to
'Cause
try
that's
to
when
do
the comment's coming.
this comedy thing.
What
where,
if
where
the
we have
comet is
reaction.
Jesus, guys?
What if the comet is Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You got to understand, I'm suffering from Stockholm syndrome. I'm stuck in the house.
I'm about to
Cabin
say-
fever.
Yeah, but Stockholm syndrome, that means the person that
it's his
has
parents.
kept you captive, you're now defending. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, it's his parents. I mean,
He just said he
they had a
hated
head
the
start
fucking
because he already
guts
loved them.
That's true. Now I've been captive with them for weeks now.
So,
for weeks.
So that being said, we're going to do this show. It's going to be good. We're going to get local guys. We're going to get guys from, I've got people that want to do this from like fucking Atlanta,
Let's do it.
fucking
Yeah.
L.A.,
Let's do
and,
it.
I even messaged some of my friends that are a little bit bigger names than I am,
yeah.
and which isn't much. But it's enough for me to be like, hey, look, guess what we're all not doing right now? Working.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So let's get together. And I think, how many people can we get now? Like,
Wasn't it up to
I think I
100 or
could
more?
put 100 people in the room.
no, I think, since we got the
Since-
URL.
yeah, aren't we doing the 14, the paid
Yeah,
one?
I
Yeah,
got-
so I think
I-
is it
I
more
think-
than that now, right?
I think it's 100 people in the room.
Okay.
The thing is you can only do 50 people at a time on video, so
Mm.
we might want to limit it to 50 people per show.
Well, we'd have to.
Well, we don't have
limit
to see everybody.
I guess you're right. You're right there.
Yeah, but
But
we don't have
anyway,
to see them all.
Either,
but-
either way it goes. I think what changed on that is it's unlimited. You can do 24 hours now.
Yeah.
I want to say it's still a limit of people. We can look
Man,
when we
that
get
would be
done.
the worst.
I mean,
fucking-
well, I mean, let's be honest. We're not going to get
24-hour
500 people trying to watch this
Can
thing.
you imagine?
At first.
Whoa.
At first.
Dream big, baby.
I dream big.
Yeah, no, I'm saying at
Yeah.
first.
See,
I think our first outing, I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm saying I think our first outing is not going to be 100-some
Well,
people.
you're talking
No,
to
I
the
agree.
guy
I
that's
agree with you
booking this
100%.
thing,
I know
buddy.
what you're saying. We
That
will
piss
double
poor
check
attitude.
because
And then
it
once
might
it gets bigger, maybe we could
Tyler,
upgrade.
for our first show, I'm going to want 2 minutes out of you.
I got to go back to work on Wednesday.
Oh.
on this day, the day that we decide to do it.
I know, right? I was here for the inception. I'm not even going to get to do it.
Well,
That's
you
how
have
most
internet
of
out there?
probably your illegitimate children feel
Whoa, whoa,
about
whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa, whoa. That's the thing is, don't you have internet out there?
It's not
It's
fast
piss
enough.
poor.
It's not fast
It's
enough.
No.
piss poor.
We could do audio only for you. You could call in.
We'll see how it works.
I'm
I'll
just
tell you.
letting know, we could
In
make
my off
something
time, I'll try and call you to see how it
Yeah,
works.
we can-
But
we can make
I
something.
highly doubt that it's going to be good enough for
Okay.
what we're trying to do here.
I'm not because I'm
But-
like just
but
in-
since they extended this quarantine, I might be able to do it when we get back.
work. Okay, awesome. Hell yes.
well, I mean, I think it'll be a fucking game changer, honestly, because it's a way for us to see. We have to
Yeah.
if I didn't see her facial expressions and general body language, I would have no clue that she fucking hated me.
She might type
Well, and I
it into
think,
the message.
well, no, I
or
think
the chat.
this could be something that we continue even after the quarantine's lifted,
Yeah,
because like we could do it on Tuesday or
And
Wednesday.
It's not that I hate you, but like most people don't like me when they first meet me. Like Johnny, for instance, would leave his own house.
Well,
Ask
Yeah.
him.
that's true.
it's fair enough. But the
So,
idea is,
do
you know,
you
we could do it
suffer
on like a
from-
Tuesday or Wednesday when people aren't going to go out and see a
Right.
comedy show, but they're like, hey, I'm sitting on my couch.
Yeah,
I
I'm not doing
got
shit
30 minutes
anyway.
to kill.
Yeah.
So do you just
Yeah, and
suffer
that might
from, like, a-
incentivize them to come see us on a Thursday or Friday.
Incentivize?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Is that a word?
I
Is
think-
incentivize a word?
I believe so. If it's not, he just made
It absolutely is a word.
There it is.
Just never hear a lot of people talk like that.
All right,
well,
let's
I've read
Hang
a
on, I have
book.
a question before we're leaving. We were having a conversation over here.
You know she's not mic'd up.
I don't care, but we were talking. So was it just a
So I'll
high,
enjoy him talking.
a
to
high,
himself.
a high, a high level of vitamin B? Is that it? Just
You talking about her? Does she
Yeah.
have a high level of vitamin B or a high level of vitamin C?
no, a high level of vitamin bitch.
I feel like they're both closely related.
There's a C in there too.
It's a lack of vitamin D, probably.
Yeah, never lack of that.
Never lacking.
See
vitamin
the
D.
face she just made right there. It's the first
That's
time.
the face she gives you all the time.
That's the first time I've ever seen someone look at a pretty person like you're not good enough.
disgusting.
This pussy right here, not for you, cat daddy. Not on your best day. If we're the last ones in the apocalypse, you ain't getting shit. You're going hungry,
You're gonna have
Tiny
to jerk
Tim.
off in a plant.
This has been episode 1 of the Qualantine episodes.
Episode 2 of the qual. Well, I guess
No,
last
the
one
first
End of
one
the
was
World.
was the end of the world.
Yeah. So this one's the episode 1.
Thank you for correcting me on my podcast.
Motherfucker, I will edit you completely out of this.
What would you do? Just a blanket of me just episode 1 of the Qualantine.
Qualantine.
That sounds like we're like the Byzantine Empire. The Qualantine Empire. Anyway, it's episode 1. We did it.
All right.
In the books.
You gonna say thank you?
Thank you, Tyler, for being here. Nothing makes us happier than knowing that out of your boredom you want to hang out with us and enjoy good friendship. And
Oh, absolutely. I enjoy it every time I come over here.
Well, welcome anytime.
yeah, he is. I like him.
Is this it?
That's it.
We
We're
gonna
out.
stop it?
Yeah, well, we still,
Well, I got to stop.
See y'all later.